Hi everyone, welcome to our video series, Meet with a Customer. Today, I'm delighted to be joined by Lisa Spencer from Wilson County School District in Tennessee. Wilson County School District used Cynaptx Virtual Career Fair solution last month to conduct a successful virtual career fair. And that's just one part of the story. Even though we love all our customers, but Lisa and her team were in league of their own. They were one of our customers who required least amount of assistance from us for the setup and the conduct of the fair. They created their own training materials. They took complete ownership of the event, and their experience is truly unique. And we are very proud and honored to have them as our partner in this journey. So today, I'm very excited to welcome Lisa on this video to share her experience, insights, and learning. So Lisa, welcome and thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Perfect. So Lisa, to start with, can you introduce yourself and maybe tell us a little bit more about Wilson County School District and about your role there?
Okay, so I'm the Human Resources Supervisor for Certified Personnel at Wilson County Schools in Middle Tennessee. Wilson County Schools has 22 schools, and we serve approximately 19,000 students. And the main focus of my role is recruitment, selection, and retention of high-quality teachers to fill the classrooms that we have full of students.
Oh, that's great. So Lisa, for how many years have you been conducting career fairs, and what positions do you usually recruit for at Wilson County, and how does the recruitment process look like?
Okay. We've been doing recruitment fairs probably 5 or 6 years now. And in the past, we've conducted 2 face-to-face recruitment fairs per school year. We had one in the fall and one in the spring. And we would bring all the principals and administrators to the building, and they would set up and decorate booths for the attendees to visit. And in the December recruitment fair, the crowd was always a little bit smaller, but for our events in the spring, we would always have about 200 attendees. And so that's kind of the setup that we've had in the past.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and last year was very different, and everybody had to pivot to virtual and digital solutions. So when did you decide to go virtual, and how did you find us, and what made you choose us? It must have been a process for you as well. Could you share that experience?
Sure. When the 2021 school year started, we began our usual planning for the December recruitment fair, and we quickly realized that with the COVID numbers as high as they were, and the need for social distancing, that we would not be able to have our traditional face-to-face recruitment fair. So we started researching virtual recruitment fair options. We thought about trying to build something ourselves in-house, but we knew we didn't have enough time or resources available. So one day during my search, I found a video explaining that Metro Nashville Public Schools had held a virtual recruitment fair using Cynaptx. So Metro is a much larger school district in Tennessee, and they spoke very highly of the program. So I knew if they had used it successfully, then I wanted to learn more about it. So I requested a demonstration of the Cynaptx program and a few other virtual platforms, and ultimately we decided to go with Cynaptx. The price was reasonable, and they're going to be able to give us a quick turnaround time, and we're supportive and responsive to the needs that we had.
That's great to hear. And Lisa, could you tell us a little bit about how did you set up your virtual fair? I mean, you were one of our customers that required very little assistance from us. And like many of our customers, you were also probably doing it for the very first time. What was driving that confidence? I'm curious to hear your story.
What's driving that? I don't know. I am kind of a technology savvy person, so technology comes a little bit easier to me. But we set up our virtual recruitment fair much like we would our face-to-face fair, and we set it up to run for a 2-hour block, and each school had its own booth. We assigned the administrators to the booths, and administrators were also able to assign recruiters to the booths themselves. Participants were able to visit as many schools and departments as they wanted to during the 2-hour period. We also, the HR department had a team meeting set up for administrators that had questions during the event, so they could just pop into our team meeting and ask any questions that they had, and then pop back into their room when they were finished. And so, like you said, we set up all of our training, and we did pre-training for the principals, and I don't know, it just all came together.
No, that's a great story. And how many candidates and principals participated in the fair? And did that number met your expectation? What did you think about that?
Okay. We had probably around 50 sign up to attend the fair, and we have about 125 people that we signed up as recruiters. Some of those were principals or assistant principals or department employees. I know we're going to have more attendees at our next fair. And now that our principals are more familiar with the program, we're more familiar with the program. We also have a longer lead time before this fair starts. So we're going to be able to advertise and do things a lot more efficiently this time. And I'm really excited to see how the next one turns out.
So what did you like the most about Cynaptx Virtual Career Fair program? What were your most favorite features?
Okay, so the first one is not necessarily a feature, but one of the things that we liked about it was it gave safety to our employees, because that was really important this year because of COVID. They were able to still meet the attendees face to face, but in a safe environment. I also like the fact that we were able to reach out to people who lived outside of Middle Tennessee. Some of those people don't come to our traditional job fairs because it's too far for them to drive. And so this is something we could do even after COVID's over, is have recruitment fairs virtually so that we can get out-of-state candidates to attend our fairs as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. And the fact that the event happened on top of Microsoft Teams, how much that mattered? Did you think that helped?
That it was connected with the Teams program? I think it really helped because I was already familiar with how to use Teams, and Teams is very intuitive and easy to use. So that made the platform even that much better.
Yeah, that's one of the benefits. The discovery is much less. People are already familiar with that collaboration technology. And what feedback did you get from your candidates and hiring managers? I mean, you mentioned they liked it, and now you are expecting even more participation in future. How would you say their feedback was? I mean, the fact that they also were doing it for the first time.
We got really good feedback. The only suggestion is maybe we set it up a little differently next year, where we have a separate time for one-on-one meetings versus having the one-on-one time set up during the 2-hour block. But really, other than that, I think they were all very impressed and liked the program. We really didn't have much problem at all. Even some of our people who thought, no way, this is never going to work, I don't know what I'm doing, they were able to get in there and do it. So.
Yeah, I mean, the first time is always difficult. And I mean, you are planning a few more fairs in coming months. What's your vision about using our product? How you want to improve its adoption and increase usage and get more out of it?
All right. I'm very confident that our next fair is going to be better or more attended, I guess, not necessarily better. We just, like I said before, we know how to prepare this time. We know how to communicate more with the candidates this time. We want to communicate some more information with them on how the different things they can add in Cynaptx for our principals to view before the career fair. So we want to do better with that, and we just want to do more advertising. And I think now that our principals are confident with it and they know it's going to work, they're going to actually advertise it and encourage people to attend this time more than they did last time, because they buy into it now and they understand that it is going to be something to help them.
That's great. I mean, word of mouth and more people promoting the event, the more word will get out. So awesome. One final question, Lisa. So what advice do you have for organizations that's still trying to pivot to digital solutions? What were some of your learnings and challenges that you faced that you would want to share with them so that whoever is watching this video, it would help them to chart their course of action when they're going to virtual and digital world?
Sorry. Let me think. I just know that your support team was very helpful and attentive. And if I emailed a question, I received a response back quickly. On the day of the fair, you guys were just a phone call away if we needed anything. I also felt like you all genuinely cared about the success of our fair, and that's important. We didn't feel like just a number, we felt like a customer. And I think you have to think about those things when you decide which company to go with, because in those moments when the career fair is live and you needed help, you need somebody that's going to be there to help you immediately. And that was a great part of using this platform.
That's wonderful to hear, Lisa. Thank you for your kind words, and we really appreciate it. It was a pleasure hosting you today, and thank you for your time, and thank you for your continued partnership. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you for your help with the process. Thank you.
Thank you so much.